Okay, so right, OTAs, essential OTAs. For me personally, and because I personally think if you're going to be in this business, there's no point in doing things that, there's no point doing. So if you have a service accommodation business, especially if you're an independent provider, then there's only four OTA companies, if you like, online traveling portals, agents, whatever you want to call them, that you definitely should be on. And they all have, they, if you use them combined, it just means that you've got more chance of reaching a lot more people, which just means that you're not going to be relying on one sole agent to bring you the guests. And if they kick you off or if something goes wrong, their website goes down for whatever reason, you're not getting any bookings. So the top one is booking.com. I have to say that booking.com is, it's a big beast. They're a machine. They live, breathe, and eat hotel accommodation. And they only started doing apartments and homes recently in the last 7, 8 years. But primarily they were a hotel booking agent. They get around 227 million unique visitors every month. Okay, that is a lot of people. So it definitely does pay to be on booking.com. The next one is Airbnb. Airbnb has been quite controversial. I personally, don't use Airbnb. I don't use booking.com as well, but I don't use Airbnb. And I was never on Airbnb because although they are a great company, they do bring a lot of bookings to a lot of people. I just prefer not to be on there because I think, they cater to people who are not real businesses. And you can see that in the way that, some of their hosts, the way they've set their pricing. And Airbnb encourages for their hosts to have lower prices to attract guests. So that's one of the reasons that I don't like them. But, if it works, it works. So get yourself on Airbnb and see how it goes. They get 100 million, they've got 100 million users, and that's a lot of people for a new company. A lot of people who actively use them. So yeah, put yourself on Airbnb. It's free to list your property on there, and I think they only charge you something small like 3%. So it's definitely worth considering. Booking.com charges you, as far as I know, at least 15% in commission. So yeah, do the math. It pays to be on booking.com, but it also pays to be on Airbnb if that's how you want to play it. The next one that I definitely advise for you to be on is TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is a giant. TripAdvisor is actually bigger than booking.com, and most people don't even realize this. TripAdvisor gets 340 million unique visitors every month. That figure that's big, okay? So get yourself on TripAdvisor. It's free to create a listing. Get yourself on there. When people are searching for accommodation in your location, you will show up. So it pays to be on there. Flipkey is another one. It's definitely worth putting yourself on there. It's primarily used by Americans and Australians. So if you want to have bookings from America or from Australia, especially if you want to bump up your bookings in low season, then definitely go on Flipkey because Americans and Australians are usually on holiday when we're in low season over here. So it pays to be on there. They get about 25 million unique visitors every month, which is still quite a lot. It's definitely a lot. So it's worth putting your properties on there. So, that's it for essential OTAs. Again, I'm not going to go into how to create a booking.com account or an Airbnb account or a TripAdvisor account. It's really self-explanatory. When you go on the website, find somewhere that says register now or sign up now, and then just follow the steps that are clearly laid out in doing so. The only trick comes to when you've got when you're registered on 4 different OTAs, You want to be able to make sure that you're not overbooked by having someone book the same dates on booking.com as well as TripAdvisor or Airbnb. The only way to control that and to stop that from happening is to have what's known as a channel manager. A channel manager will allocate and close rooms as and when necessary automatically. If you want to adjust your prices in one go without having to log into 4 or 5 different OTA accounts, then use a channel manager. And I'm going to give you, in this video, I'll talk about the channel manager that I use and one that I definitely recommend. But underneath this video, there's also a PDF with a link or a list of all the, well, not all of them, but you know, the good channel managers. So you have a pick, pick which one you like, and then, you know, perhaps switch or start using it. So yeah, that's it for this video. And then I'll see you in the next video when we're talking about channel managers, why you need them, and you know what they are.